Everyone, this is Bolt. Bolt has been in this fandom for many years. I'd say he's one of the biggest parts of this fandom because during Naham, I want to bring this up immediately. This Giga Chad is probably responsible for why probably more than half of the people at Naham were there. You were shuttling people for hours upon hours.
6 or 7 trips before and during the concert, and at least 2 or 3 after, and we didn't stop until everyone was on a shuttle headed somewhere.
I know you missed out on a lot of the concert, unfortunately, but I'm hoping that while you were shuttling those people, you probably had some good conversations with some of these people.
Oh yeah, for sure. We had really good conversations. I did have the stream on in the background, so I was hearing some of it.
I do want to say, for those who don't know what Naham was, last BabsCon this year, just in short story so people know what happened, they fired the concert lead for, I'm not going to get into details, we'll say essentially no reason. And all the musicians came together. It was a beautiful thing. They said, screw you guys, we're not playing then. And then they all worked on finding a separate venue. And people like Bolt here was one of the reasons that it was able to happen. So we were still able to have our concert at the last BabsCon because all these musicians worked their butts off.
Oh, thank you. I'm so proud of what everyone did. Just wanted to say that.
When I heard about all the drama happening, I was like, oh my God, Maple. BabsCon is ruined. We're not getting a concert, and that's like the biggest part of it.
Yeah, like I DM'd you. I'm like, dude, it's over. Like, it looks like I might be canceling my trip.
30 minutes go by, and I hear from some people that the musicians are trying to get a separate venue, and I was like, instantly, I was like, this is about to turn into something even better. It did. One of the biggest Brony concerts of all time.
I saw it happen like in real time. I was at another convention at the time, Motor City FurCon, and I got the email that they accidentally sent to all musicians, including those who had applied but had not been accepted. And I was like, oh shoot, they fired Pinkaboo. And she was, as understandably, super emotional about it.
A collective storm of bad things that turned into something so great, and
oh my gosh,
we probably won't get something like that again for a while.
No,
but I'm glad I got to be there for it because it was probably one of the most badass moments this fandom's ever had.
And not just that, we all had a collective drive to make this the coolest thing that the fandom had ever seen in years.
For those who weren't there, like, it was a really big coming together moment. Were you listening? I don't know if you heard, but I got to go up on stage for about 5 seconds.
I saw you go up there.
So I want to say this again while everyone out here is watching. Me and Maple have been a part of the Ponytown community for a couple of years now, and one thing we've noticed is there seems to be a separation between people who go to cons and people who play this game. The whole purpose I wanted to go up there was I wanted to try to like articulate to people like, if you play Ponytown and you're in this fandom and you haven't gone to a con, you should at least try to. Because it is one of the best experiences about being a part of this fandom.
Yeah, the live streams are awesome, and you can see like the concert and probably a good chunk of the convention through the live streams if you're watching them on Ponytown. But there's a lot about the conventions that you don't get to experience through just the live stream alone. There's this feeling of camaraderie and, you know, friendship that you get when you're there. Definitely go.
Yeah. Going from Ponytown to a real convention was difficult for me and Maple because we didn't know a lot of people. You were the first person that we knew from Ponytown, through Ponytown, that we actually got to meet in real life. I'm glazing you a little bit here, but you are very good at talking to anyone. Like, you are willing to be open-minded and accepting of everybody and helping them out and getting them more involved in this fandom.
Thank you. I do try. I will admit I do have kind of an outgoing personality, so I'd
say so.
Thanks.
If someone's going to a con and I know that they don't know anyone and they're uncomfortable, I hope that I can help them out. And I feel like you did that for me and Maple a little bit.
It took a while for me to piece together who you two were. I had to see your like little Ponytown things to go, oh yeah. And the something, I think it was the Something Social Connection at the time. I was like, oh yeah, that's who you guys are. There's one guy I met at BabsCon 2014, whose name I still remember. I'm going to shout him out, and I wherever he is, I hope he's doing awesome.
Hope he's hearing this.
I hope so. Nicholas Wagenseller, if you're out there, thank you for helping make my convention experience amazing. 11 years later, I still remember his name when I'm normally very bad with names.
One thing I wanted to mention is Bull here is not just your everyday performer. He's actually one of the original founders of Something Social along with us.
Yeah, back in the day, 2 years ago?
Back in the day, it was less than a year ago. Last year's Something Social was in September. For those who don't know, the reason we couldn't have it in September again, someone took our time slot. I'm not going to name names, but they stole it from us. They stole our time slot, so we had to push it forward to this month.
I'm excited to be able to take part in it this year.
I just feel like I should say this too. This isn't some crazy huge event that everybody knows about. And
right.
I try to present it that way to people, but maybe one day it will be that way. I think the idea behind what we have going on here is really cool, and I just want to keep it going.
It is a lot of work, but I'm here for it.
Bolt, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Blue Sky. Just search Super Pony Bolt and I should come up. Also on YouTube. I think you just type @Bolt the Super Pony and I should come up. You can find me on Ponyville FM every Friday night at 9 p.m. Pacific time. As often as I can. I host a show called Music is Timeless. And I take requests for like an hour and I'll play some of the newest music in the fandom. And play something from like way back in the day, usually. As far as conventions go, you can find me right here at Something Social. I'll be performing at Everfree Encore. I'll be physically at Epona Fest as well, if anyone wants to come and say hi.
That was Bolt the Super Pony, everybody. They're going to be out there on the main stage. They're performing next. Bolt, thank you for coming out. This was actually a really good interview.
Oh, thank you for the interview and for having me. And as always, it's an honor to be asked to perform. So thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Anytime. Good luck out there, sir.
Thank you.